ॐ ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्। अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदोक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति ये योगिनः
यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः
यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
आसुरीं योनिमापन्नाः
आसुरीं योनिमापन्नाः
मूढा जन्मनि जन्मनि
मूढा जन्मनि
मामप्राप्येव कौन्तेय
माप्राप्येव कौन्तेय
ततो यान्त्यधमां गतिम्
ततो यान्त्यधमां
त्रिविधं नरकस्येदम्
नरकस्येदम्
द्वारं नाशनमात्मनः कामक्रोधस्तथा लोभः तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजेत् एतैर्विमुक्तः कौन्तेय तमोद्वारैस्त्रिभिर्नरः आचरत्यात्मनः श्रेयः ततो याति परां गतिम् यः शास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धिमवाप्नोति न सुखं न परां गतिम् तस्मात् शास्त्रं प्रमाणन्ते कार्याकार्यव्यवस्थितौ ज्ञात्वा शास्त्रविधानोक्तम् कर्म कर्तुमिहार्हसि Yesterday we have seen 20th verse of 16th chapter, and Bhagavan says, Mudhaha asurim yonim apannaha. These people who has lack of discrimination, these people will get Asurim Yonim, the womb of this demonical. And we have seen the Asurim means where this Narakano, the Asurim Yonim, where we have a painful experience, or called Asurim Yonim, and not for only one, Janmani, birth by birth, and Mam Aprapya Eva, and being born in such wombs of this type of animals, there is next impossible to understand even Ishvara. Then what is the question of to get Ishvara? That's why it says, Mam Aprapya, they cannot reach me, they cannot even try to understand me, and therefore, Tataha, therefore, Adhamam Gatim Yanti, they will get more and more lower end. Gatim, lower end. Adhamam means lower. And we have seen the Asuri Yoni means to be born like animal, like lion, tiger. Many cruel animals are called Asuri Yoni. And Bhagwan is described many Asuris, no characteristics, but Bhagwan says all can be summarized only in three categories: Kama, Krodha, Tatha Lobha. These three who are sitting in our mind are considered as a head of all Asuri, all characteristic. That's why it says Trividham Narakasya idam dwaram. This door is Trividham, is a triplet. Narakasya. Again, the meaning of Naraka means painful, the word of painful experience. And what are the name? Kama, Krodha, Tatha Lobha. So this is doorway of three triad. So that's why I used to say even Bhagwan has used three words, but still he has used only singular. And why? Because this Kama, Krodha, Lobha, even though it looks like a separate, but Kamaha is the main. Because of Kama, even yesterday we have seen, because of Kama, they have two children, Krodha and Lobha. Fulfilled desire will give greediness, and unfulfilled desire will give anger. So even though looks is a three, but it is only one. That's why Dwaram is not three, only one. If you enter, then all three will come. And this three, Kama, Krodha, and again here the meaning of Kama is binding desire. Atmanaha Nashanam, it destroyer for oneself. That's why Bhagwan says, for that reason, Etat Trayam Tyajed, one should give up this triad that we have seen yesterday. And we have seen the meaning of this 22nd verse. Etehi Tribihi Tamodvarehi Vimuktaha. A person, Naraha means a person, Vimuktaha, if he is freed from where? So he says Etehi Tribihi Tamodvarehi. So here Bhagavan has used Dwara in plural, but in previous only singular. So he says these are the doorways of darkness in threefold. One who is freed from this threefold door, and one person, Atmanaha Shreyaha Acharati. A person follows the good for oneself. Then Tataha, again Tataha means thereafter, Param Gatim Yati, that person will get exalted end. Param means higher also. So we have to see this Bhashyam only. So Shreyaha, there is a one word, Shreyaha has been used. The Shreyaha also used in Kathopanishad. So I have just put, even I have put here also. श्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च मनुष्यमेतः तौ संपरित्य विविनक्ति धीरः श्रेयो हि धीरः अभिप्रेयसो वृणीते प्रेयः मंदः योगक्षेमात् वृणीते. कठोपनिषद फर्स्ट वैली सेकंड कैंटो second mantra. So Yamadharmaraja told to Nachiketa, always in everybody's life, two way will come. So he says, Shreyaha, Preyaha, Manushyam Etaha. It will come in front of each and every human being, Shreyaha and Preyaha. The meaning of Shreyaha, we can say the Shreya means good. Good in terms of liberation also, and in terms of good life in this earth also. So both way, liberation and dharma way is considered as a shreya, while preyasah means, the sense object enjoyable life. Both will come. Dhiraha tau samparitya. Dhiraha, a wise person, tau, both of them, shreyasya preyasya, samparitya means it examine both of them, which is good for me. And vivinakti means they always discern, and shreyaha dhiraha vrunite. A wise person choose shreyaha. Always shreyaha, what is the good for me? Not recent good, but all the time what is good for me, it is chosen by shreyaha, while mandaha preyaha vrunite. The mandaha, mediocre person, who always gives the too much importance to worldly enjoyment, that person is called mandaha. Preyaha vrunite. It chooses prayas, and for which purpose yoga kshema vrunite. It chooses preyaha for one's own yoga and kshema. We know the meaning of yoga means which we don't have. Apraptasya prapti is called yoga. Praptasya rakshanam called kshema. So there are many objects in world which we don't have. We try to get it is called yoga. And kshemaha, after receiving all sense object, then we maintain, is called preya. That's why Bhagavad. And generally, people's life will go after only Shreyasya Preya Yoga Kshema. That's why Bhagavan has said in 9th chapter, Yoga Kshema Vahamyaham. This is talking about Shreyaha. So, Eitehi Vimuktaha Kaunteya. Eitehi means by these three, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Vimuktaha, freed from these three, Kaunteya, a son of Kunti, Tamodvarehi. These three are nothing but doorways of darkness. Dwara is door, Tamaha means darkness. So Tamodvarehi, Shankaracharya again he says, Tamasaha is equal to Narakasya. Tamaha means darkness, and here is given the meaning Narakaha. Painful experiences are called Narakaha, and this Narakaha is Dukkha Moha Atmakasya Dwarani. This Tamasaha is the doorway of, in the form of delusion, in the form of the pain or sorrow, are called Tamoha. And Dwarehi, Dwarani. And what are the name of this Naraka? Kama Adayah, Kama, Krodha, Lobha are considered as in the form of, they give delusion, they give the sorrow or pain. A person who is freed from this, Tehi, Eitehi, by this, by those which are this, Tribhihi, this triad, triplet, Vimuktaha, one who is freed from this type of this Trikama Krodha Lobha, Naraha, that person, Acharati, follows, Anutishtati, it always follows. Acharati is equal to Anutishtati. Always Shankaracharya is given the style, he gives synonyms of each and every word which is given in verse or mantra. And what they will follow? So Shankaracharya says, Atmanaha Shreyah. Really speaking, the meaning of Shreyah is called Atma Kalyanam. Which way it is benefit to us is called Shreyah. So benefit in terms of moksha and benefit in terms of pleasant life with living with all dharma are called Shreyah. And Shankaracharya ji has explained beautifully a person yat pratibaddaha purvaha na acharati. Yat pratibaddaha. Baddaha is bound. Pratibaddaha is totally bound. And because of the one who are bound by this kama, krodha, lobha, purvaha, before when they have not given up, na acharati, he never follows good things. Tat apagamat. Tat means this all three. Apagamat, having given up all this kama, krodha, acharati, he follows shreya. And tataha, and therefore the meaning of tataha means tat acharanat. By following the shreya, yati, person gains param gati, exalted end. And Shankaracharya says exalted end is called moksha. Moksha api, even because if we give up this kama, krodha, lobha, slowly our chitta shuddhi will take place. And when chitta shuddhi takes place, naturally we will intend to know who is my real nature. And now Bhagwan himself has given Shastra is a means of knowledge. Last two verses. So he says, before this verse of 23rd, previous Bhashyam, Sarvasya etasya asura sampat parivarjanasya shreyaha acharanasya shastram karanam. Shastra is the source. Scriptures is the karanam, is the source, is the base, is the root of Shreya Acharanasya. To follow the Shreya is Shastra Karanam, and even Asura Sampat Parivarjanasya. One should give up this Asuri wealth, this demonical wealth is also Shastra Karanam. Shastra is the source of two things. Shastra Karanam is the main Karanam of one, Shreya Acharanam. One who's followed the Shreya, and same Shastra Karanam is second, Asura Sampat Parivarjanasya. One should give up this demonical wealth. Parivarjanasya, Sarvasya, of both of this, etasya, this, Shastra is the Karanam. And if Shastra is the root, is the cause or source, that's why Shastra Pramanat, Shastra being means of knowledge, Ubhayam Shakyam Kartum. Ubhayam Kartum Shakyam means we can give up Asuri Sampat and we can own up Shreya. It's called Ubhayam means both of them. Giving up and owning up are called Ubhayam. Shakyam possible. Kartum. Kartum means to be performed, to be done. Na anyatha, otherwise person how can know which is to be followed, and one should give up person doesn't know. That's why Shastra is a Karanam and Shastra is Pramanam. So slowly, Bhagavan is moving to tell us Shastra is the source of everything. So in 23rd verse, Bhagavan says, Yaha Shastra Vidhim Utsrujya Vartate Kamakaratah. A person who has given up or casting away the injunction which is given in Shastra, Vidhim means stipulation or injunction, what is to be done, what is not to be done. Shankaracharya we say kartavya, akartavya. What is to be done, what is not to be done, it is called vidhi. Suppose it says kalanjam ma bhakshayet, it is given in Shastra, suram na pibet, this is called na pibet akartavya. But matrudevo bhava, pitrudevo bhava, acharya devo bhava are called kartavya. Everything is called Shastra Vidhi, injunction of scriptures. Utsrujya, a person who doesn't follow, casting away the injunction of all scriptures, in kamakarataha vartate. And it just act is behave what is impelled by this own desire. Kamakarataha, because of the pressure of this binding desire, vartate. It's live a life according to their own desire. What will happen to that person? So Bhagavan has given three. He says, na avapnoti. It is the main verb. He doesn't get, that person doesn't get what? Siddhim first, Sukham second, Paramgati is third. So Saha na avapnoti, na Sukham avapnoti, na Paramgati avapnoti. So that person, here the meaning of Siddhi, it doesn't mean some, Siddhi, Anima, Mahima, Lagima, Garima. But Siddhim, according to Pujya Swamiji, he says maturity. One to be matured, how to live a life is called Siddhim. And otherwise, another meaning is called Chitta Shuddhi, is given by Shankaracharya in his Bhashyam of this I have quoted. This is 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 46th verse. Highly, it is very famous. In Bhagavan says, Yataha pravrittihi bhutanam yena sarvam idam tatam swakarmana tam abhyarcha siddhim manaha vindati. Because of which this whole universe is come out, because of which all the activity can be sustained, and because of which everything is pervaded. To that Ishvara, how can we worship? So Bhagavan says, Tam abhyarchya, having worshipped that Ishvara by own karma, swakarmana tam abhyarchya. And what will happen? Siddhim manavaha vindati. Here also Siddhim is mentioned. So Shankaracharya has given the meaning of Siddhim is called Chitta Shuddhi, Antakaran Shuddhi. And Pujya Swamiji says a person who is Antakaran Shuddhi is called matured person. So this is Manavaha Vindati. Same Siddhi Bhagavan has used here. He says that person Siddhim Nava Apnoti. That person doesn't get maturity. That person doesn't get Sukham here in this loka, and after death, na Paramgati. Paramgati also Shankaracharya will say, Paramgati may be moksha also, and Paramgati may be other loka like Swarga loka also. One who doesn't follow Shastra, then what will happen to this? no maturity, no happiness in this life, and not after death, there is a no good life. So Shankaracharya ji explain what is the meaning of Shastra Vidhi. So he says Shastra Vidhi is Yaha Shastra Vidhim means Kartavya, Akartavya, Gnana Karanam. So the meaning of Vidhi means stipulation or injunction is Kartavya, what is to be done, Akartavya, what is not to be done. It is the source of this knowledge. It is called Shastra Vidhi. In this Kartavya, it is called Vidhi positively, and Akartavya is called Pratisheda. One should give up, like we said, Pratishiddha Karma. That's why I says, Kalam na bhakshayet, suram na pibet. It is are called Pratisheda Karma. One should give up and one should follow Kartavya. This by the name of Kartavya, Utsrujya means casting away is called Tyaktva, having given up all these things. Kamakaratah vartate, one who follows according to their desire, binding desire. So Shankaracharya ji says Kamakaratah is equal to Kama Prayuktah san, being impelled by binding desire is called Kamakaratah. Prayuktah is called impelled by one's own binding desire. That person na apnoti. And what that person doesn't apnoti, he says na sa siddhim. So what is the meaning of siddhim? Shankaracharya said purushartha yogyata. We do say dharma, artha, kamaha, moksha. These are called the goals of human being. This is purushartha yogyatam na avapnoti. So that person cannot get anything. Na dharma purusharth, na kama purusharth, na artha, na moksha. They don't know why they are living. It's called siddhim. But according to Swamiji, siddhim is maturity. Because one doesn't have maturity, they never follow dharma. Because they don't have maturity, because of artha and kama, they can transgress dharma. And there is no place of liberation in their life. That's why it's called purushartha, na purushartha yogyatam na avapnoti. And na sukham na param gatim. So na api asmin loke sukham. Even in this world also, while living also, they don't have any happiness. And na api param prakrishtam gatim swargam moksham va. Even though they never get exalted and after death, maybe in terms of swargam, one can go living a life of dharma, they can go to swarga. And one who is matured, they are strive for moksham. But there is no possibility. One who just transgress, casting away Shastra stipulation. There is the meaning is Shastra is a means of knowledge, even with dharma. So first portion of Shastra is also means of knowledge, how to live a life. And last Vedanta is also the means of knowledge to have a liberation. So that's why Shastra is Pramanam. Shankaracharya is Shastra Pramanam. It is given here Shastra Pramanam. And one last, Bhagavan himself said, Tasmat, this is not Chatram, but Shastram, Tasmat Shastram Pramanam, Te Karya Akarya Vyavasthito Gnatva Shastra Vidhanoktam Karma Kartum iha arhasi. Tasmat, for that purpose, to live a good life here in this world, and even for getting moksha or even after death to go in swarga. For everything, shastra pramanam. Shastra is a means of knowledge. That's why Bhagavan says, "O Arjuna, te means for you, tubhyam karya akarya vyavasthito." So it is given by Shastra in determination. Vyavasthito means in term of determination, karya is to be done, akarya what is not to be done. Many times I think I had told there are three words in Sanskrit. This is, yeah, I think, yeah. But still, I would like yat pratyay. One is tavya pratyay and aniya pratyay. Meaning is to be done, to be something one should done. So, kru means karoti. So, if yat pratyay, it's called karya. If tavya pratyay, then we can call as a kartavya. And aniya is called karaniya. The meaning is the same. Karya, kartavya and karaniya. Karya, kartavya, karaniya means to be done only. So here karya, akarya means what is to be done, what is not to be done. It is given in determination. What should I do? For that, Shastra is a pramanam. Bhagavan himself says, Shastra is a pramanam, means of knowledge for you. Te means to you, tubhyam, Arjuna. And gnatva, Shastra vidhanuktam. Gnatva, understanding, having understood. Shastra vidhana, the stipulation given in scriptures, what is said is a stipulation in scriptures, you should perform karma. Karma, kartum, iha, arhasi. Arhasi means you are deserved, you are ought to be done, what is you have to do. So karmam, karma, kartum, iha asmin loke arhasi. So sometime it is in, I think in Taittiriya Upanishad it is given. If you have some doubt, it is the end of Shikshavalli, what is to be done, what is not to be done. If you have doubt, so you have refer Shastra. And if you are not able to read Shastra, then he says you have to ask some Shishta Purushaha. The meaning of Shishtaha means one who understands Shastra. You should follow, you should ask Shishta what is to be done, what is not to be done. And then karma kartum iha arhasi. Then you are ought to do what is to be done. But in last two verses, Bhagavan himself is presented. Shastra Pramanam, it is very, very important to live a better life here also and for have a liberation. Shastra is a Pramana. That's why Shankara says, Tasmat, for that reason. What is that reason? Na siddhim avapnoti, na sukham, na param gatim. If you are interested to be happy in this life, if you are interested in exalted gati means moksha, and you want to be mature, then Shastra is a pramanam. Shastra, tasmat means for that reason. Shastra is a pramanam. Scripture is a means of knowledge. And Shankaracharya says, what is the meaning of pramanam? Gnana sadhana. There is in Sanskritam, there is a one word is called prama. Prama is called knowledge. So, Shastra, Pramana means Shastra is the means of knowledge, Gnana Sadhana. He says, and for what? Te means for you, Tava, Karya Vyavasthito. Karya Vyavasthito means in order to know what is to be done, what is not to be done. So, Kartavya, Akartavya, Vyavasthayam. So, Kartavya, what is to be done? Here, A is sitting. Akartavya. Vyavastha means it's for determination. What is to be done, what is not to be done. Shastra is pramana. Shastra is a means of knowledge. Ataha, and then Gnatva, because in second line Gnatva. So the another meaning is Buddhva, knowing or knowing which. Shastra Vidhanoktam. So what is the meaning of Shastra Vidhanoktam? Shankaracharya ji says, Shastra Vidhanoktam means Vidihi, stipulation. And Vidihi is nothing but Vidhanam only. Both are one and same. Vidihi is equal to Vidhanam. And that's why he says Shastrena Vidhanam Shastra Vidhanam. So Vidhi is stipulation, Vidhanam what is given in Shastra. Both are one and same. That's why he says Shastrena Vidhanam. The stipulation by Shastra equals Shastra Vidhanam. And what is given in Shastra? So Kuryat na Kuryat iti. Kuryat, what is to be done, na Kuryat, what is not to be done, is called Shastra Vidhana. Iti, so one chapter is over. Evam Lakshanam. In this Lakshanam, in this characteristics of this Shastra, Tena Uktam. By that it is told by Shastra, Swakarma, one should follow one's own duty. Swakarma yat tat kartum iha arhasi. What is given is your own duty, that karma kartum to be done, doing iha in this loke arhasi. You are ought to do this kartum arhasi. इह इति कर्म अधिकारः भूमि प्रदर्शनार्थम. इह means in this अस्मिन् विषये, in this topic, कर्म अधिकार भूमि प्रदर्शनार्थम. So what is this is pradarshanaartham, in order to show. Field means bhumi, our karma adhikara. What is to be done, it is given, it is shows, is the place where it is given what is to be done. So Shastra is a means of knowledge. It is given by, even told by Krishna. So in this manner, this chapter is over. So this is given the last, this last line. Iha iti karma adhikara bhrumi pradarshanaartham. So in kartum, iha, there is the one word iha. Iha means in this word. So that Shankaracharya ji is explained what is the meaning of iha. So he says iha iti karma adhikara. The adhikara means choosing of our karma bhumi pradarshanaartham. So it says here is used for pointing out the sphere in which one is entitled to perform one's own duty, to show. And by showing this, our 16th chapter is over. And again it is given, iti, in this manner, Sri Mahabharate, because we know Gita is available, it is a part of Mahabharata. So Mahabharate, in Mahabharate, and Mahabharata is Shatasahasram. So it is a 1 lakh mantra, is called Shatasahasram. Samhitayam, it is a portion of Samhita. Vaiyasikyam, the meaning is written by Vyasacharya. One who belongs to Vyasa is called Vaiyasikya. It is a vruddhi of this, become Vaiyasikya. And where this is available, Bhishma Parva. There are many chapters are available. In Gita is available in Bhishma Parva. Parva is a chapter like Adhyaya. Here it is called Parva. And again our Srimad Bhagavad Gita, so Upanishatsu. This Bhagavad Gita is subject matter is not other than Upanishad. So Bhagavad Gita su Upanishatsu. And if somebody asks what are the topics of Upanishad, it says Brahma Vidyam Yoga Shastra. There are 2 topics only. One is Brahma Vidya, is Vedanta, and Yoga Shastra is first portion of Vedanta, how to live a life. Yoga Shastra, in this whole Gnanam is presented in the form of dialogue. So it says Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. It is presented in the dialogue form between Lord Krishna and Arjuna. Deva Asura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga. So this yoga here is the chapter. And Vibhagaha is the classification between Deva Asura Sampat. It is a classification between Deva Asuri chapter by name Shodasho Adhyaya, Shodashaha Adhyaya. It is the 16th chapter. And another it is given by maybe Madhusudan. Iti, in this manner, it is a Srimad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Govinda Bhagavat Pujyapada Shishya Srimad Shankara Bhagavatah Kruto Shri Bhagavad Gita Bhashye Sampat Vibhaga Yoga Nama Shodasho Adhyaya. So in this manner, Shankaracharya ji. So who is Shankaracharya ji? He is a Shishya, he is a disciple of Pujyapad. It is a highly revered Bhagavat Pujyapad Shishya. It is a disciple of highly revered as good as Bhagavan. And what is the name of this? Govindacharya ji. So Shankaracharya's guru's name is Govinda Padacharya. Then this Govinda Padacharya is Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya. Paramahamsa is as good as Paramahamsa. Parivrajaka, one who is continuously moving, is called Parivrajaka. And also Sannyasi's another name is called Parivrajaka. Because according to rule, sannyasi has to keep on moving. In this, our Shankaracharya ji is the student, is the Shishya or disciple of Govinda Padacharya Sannyasi ji. Kruto, it is prepared by Shankaracharya ji. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Bhashya, in the explanation of the Bhagavad Gita. Sampat Vibhaga Yoga, here they have not given Deva Asura. Here only given Sampat Vibhaga Yoga. The chapter which is the classification of 2 types of Sampati. Nama Shodashodhyaya. So in this manner, this 16th chapter is over from next week. So I thought first we will discuss what is in 16th chapter, how to give up Asuri Sampad, how to own up our own Devi Sampad, that we will discuss first on Friday, and then we will start 17th chapter, Saptadashodhyaya. So any question? No question?
How to give up is the question.
How to give up? Yeah,
Asuri Sampat.
Asuri Sampad. By not owning up, just by let them pass. These all are sitting in our mind in the forms of thoughts only, no? So it just pops up, let them pass. Sakshi Vritto, only given up, nothing else.
The whole life is like meditation.
Yeah,
We let them pass.
let them pass. But more we will see next week. So I will put some question, then we will discuss. Okay? Yeah. So shall we do 5 minutes early, but we can do Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamudachyate Om
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Hari
Hari Om
Shri
Shri Guru Namaha
Hari Om
Hari Om